I am about to embark on a great folly. This will be the first of 4 lectures. I will certainly be dubbed mad. But by the last lecture, I will either have tamed this beast or will have been trampled by it.
The world is in a greater peril from those who tolerate or encourage evil than from those who actually commit it. Einstein describes as insanity is, according to the quantum theory, the way the world actually works. In quantum mechanics, you can do something many times and get a different result. Einstein famously did not believe in inherent unpredictability of the world, saying God does not play dice. Yet, in playing dice, we act out on Einstein's insanity. We do something over and over, namely roll the dice, and we correctly anticipate a different result. Is it really insane to play dice? If so, a very common form of madness. If you know where an arrow is, you know everything about its physical state. Therefore, hypothetically, a moving arrow has the same physical state as a stationary arrow in the same position. The current physical state of an arrow determines its future physical state. This is Einstein's sanity, the denial of Einstein's insanity. Therefore, hypothetically, a moving arrow, a stationary arrow, have the same future physical state. The arrow does not move. Followers of Parmenides work themselves into logical knots of mystic raptures over the blatant contradiction between point 5 and everyday experiences. The fundamental achievement of classical mechanics is to establish that the first point is faulty. It is fruitful in that framework to allow a border concept of the character of physical reality. To know the state of the system of particles, one must know not only their positions but their velocity in their masses. Armed with that information, classical mechanics predicts the system future of evolution completely. Classical mechanics, given the border concept of physical reality, is the very model of Einstein's sanity. With that triumphant mind, let us return to an apparent Einstein's insanity of quantum physics. Might that difficulty likewise hint at an inadequate concept state of the world?
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
I am a real American, fight for the rights of every man. I am a real American, fight for what's right, fight for your life. When it comes crashing down and it hurts inside, you gotta take a stand, it don't have to hide. If you hurt my friends, then you hurt my pride. I gotta be a man, I can't let it slide. I am a real American, fight for the rights of every man. I am a real American, fight for what's right, fight for your life.
My fellow Americans, mahalo.
I got to talk to Donald as we were going to our seats, and he was in just such a great mood, and he was very jovial, and people were taking
It
pictures.
is wonderful to be
It was very
here
exciting
and
that Donald was there. And
Yeah, I think I blame him. Yeah.
Nice.
I feel like he took it too far.
Throw him
Some of
under
you
the
heard
bus.
Yeah.
the state of Hawaii.
I mean, I the whole time like Obama's going.
My
like, this
official
isn't fair. make this guy run for
long-form
president.
birth certificate. Hopefully, that this puts all doubts to rest. What really happened in Roswell? And where are Biggie and Tupac?
Donald's face was so incredibly serious. It was so incredibly he just put on a poker face.
I was 2 tables away from Trump. The conventional way in Washington of absorbing a joke at the White House Correspondents' Dinner is to keep your chin up and at least pretend to have a sense of humor about it, even if you go cry into your pillow that night. Trump was steaming. His face was all locked in. He was not having a good time.
All kidding aside, obviously we all know about your credentials and breadth of experience. For example, no, seriously, just recently in an episode of Celebrity Apprentice at the steakhouse, the men's cooking team did not impress the judges from Omaha Steaks. And there was a lot of blame to go around, but you, Mr. Trump, recognized that the real problem was a lack of leadership. And so ultimately you didn't blame Little John or Meatloaf. You fired Gary Busey. And these are the kind of decisions that would keep me up at night.
And he's being treated like a piñata by the President of the United States. And I think he felt humiliated.
Well handled, sir. Well handled.
But it just kept going, and he just kept hammering him. And I thought, oh, Barack Obama is starting something that I don't know if he'll be able to finish.
Say what you will about Mr. Trump. He certainly would bring some change to the White House. Let's see what we've got up there. I mean, I find it interesting that everybody's focused on Trump, primarily just because he says in more interesting ways what the other candidates are saying as well. I'll leave it to you to speculate on how this whole race is going to go. I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president. And the reason is because I have a lot of faith in the American people. And I think they recognize that being president is a serious job. It's not hosting a talk show, a reality show. It's not promotion, it's not marketing. It's hard.
Like never before.
Where does this stop? Are we going to start treating all Muslim Americans differently?
A speech billed as an update on the fight against ISIS turned into a tirade against Trump. The president didn't hide the fact that Trump is getting under his skin, citing Trump's digs at Mr. Obama for refusing to talk about radical Islam.
Deliver that State of the Union address, in no part of your mind or brain can you imagine Donald Trump standing up one day and delivering a State of the Union address?
Well, I can imagine it in a Saturday night skit. I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president.
He will never be president of the United States.
Sorry to laugh.
Okay, here we are. And which Republican candidate has the best chance of winning the general election?
Of the declared ones, right now, Donald Trump.
You're not going to be president, all right? It's been fun. It's been great. All, let's say, cow poo-poo aside,
will never, ever be president of the United States.
Donald Trump will never be elected president of the United States.
Donald Trump is the here today, gone tomorrow candidate for president of the United States. Donald Trump is not going to be president of the United States. Ever respectful of the fact that the people have not voted, he's not going to be president of the United States.
Let's be clear, Donald Trump will lose the election.
Change things, but he doesn't do the work. He's lazy.
We're coming to a point where if you're Hillary Clinton, you're honestly probably starting to think about not just whether you will win, but how big your win will be.
And then you say that Donald Trump has the best day in the entire world, completely outperforms expectations, and he wins all of the toss-up states. He wins all 5 of those states, plus that electoral college vote in Maine that he's after. He wins all of the toss-ups, which would be insane because nobody wins all of the toss-up states. Even if Donald Trump did win all of the toss-up states.
And that is that this race is over. Tomorrow morning, the money will dry up.
as of tonight, is no longer a presidential race. States.
And we better be ready for the fact that he might be leading the Republican ticket.
Next. I know you don't believe that, but I want to go on.
I think in 2017, a lot of people's egos were hurt. You're responsible for bringing accurate information to the masses, and you just got proven wrong. There were two sides, and your ego is hurt. So what do you think it's the natural thing to do from these ego-driven reporters? They came after the guy because for the first time, a non-politician businessman that knows how to run a company came into office. Now, either you make them look terrible enough where people get blinded by hatred, by all these socially engineered problems. They don't see how miraculous of a job he does and hope you get to win, or you do everything in the power to beat this man because you're going to be out of a job for generations to come. And they did exactly that. They went out after the guy, tried to make him look terrible. A man that just loves his country and is a job builder. That's the biggest threat that they've ever faced. Honestly, the news reporters, CNN, MSNBC, along with CBS, in my book, they don't have no credibility. They don't have no credibility. The man is a genius, and everyone should take the example that he was set out. If you don't put America first, get out of the office. We don't want you. We want you to put America first.
Donald J. Trump is now President of the United States. President Obama. Mr. Trump, for the moment, steps to listen for the inaugural address.
What a great honor to be able to introduce for the first time ever anywhere the 45th President of the United States of America, Donald.
The answer is yes. We are insane to go back to the previous administrations.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President-elect of the United States, Donald John Trump.
It's time for us to hold the news accountable for all the misinformation that has led to someone passing away or somebody committing suicide. All the fear and trauma to push a socialist agenda, the globalist agenda, to make us dependent on our government. They will be held accountable. It's time for us to take the fourth branch of government, our branch of government, back from those who do not care about the people. They divided us by race, religion, gender, age, in order to bring down the United States of America. If the United States falls, the world follows. They are Nazis in disguise, using social engineering to get the public support for late-term abortion, terrorist groups running rampant around our cities, and our children to be stripped away from the right to have their biological parents involved in their life.